A portal opened and unleashed the fiends of hell. A Balrog looking mighty pissed. We tried to banish him but couldn't work the spell. We'll have to fight, I hope we don't miss. Natural 20, I can move mountains, I can swim across the sea in full armor and fight off a horde of zombies. Natural 20, I can slay dragons with a short sword and a sling. Natural 20, you're all I need. And after the battle, we went to the inn to relax a while. We spent all our treasure gambling and women and booze. My dwarf made a pass at the barmaid. We think that she might have smiled, but the halfling had too much to drink and threw up on my shoe.
Bigger kid there is in college
So
now.
really, I'm gonna try to ask out the barmaid.
Okay, make a charisma check. What's your bonus?
I don't have a charisma bonus. I mean, nobody puts points in charisma unless they're a sorcerer or a bard. That's just lame. Besides, I've got a dwarven war belt. Sweet. Natural 20, I can be charming. I can get my drinks for free. I wink at wenches and pick up a barmaid or three. Natural 20, take down beholders with a toothpick and some string. Natural 20, you're all I need. Natural 20, I can move mountains, I can swim across the sea in full armor and fight off a horde of zombies. Natural 20, I can slay dragons with a short sword and a sling. Natural 20, you're all I need.
And cut.
Thank you, blibbering humdingers. We are here, buddy. This is Whose Cause Is It Anyway? So, my friends, we are here to do a little D&D show for you today. And believe it or not, this is actually our typical silly improv comedy show that we are using every month to share some smiles and some laughter and have some silly fun, but also to raise some money and awareness for causes that we believe in. And this month, we are supporting our super favorite campground. It's called Cooper's Lake Campground. And if you're friends of one of us, you probably know what we're talking about. They have had a hard time with many, just along the same lines as every other small business in the world. And so what's happening right now is they are having an event up there and a lot of our friends are having fun and we're all saying, hello, friends. Anybody who's up at Armistice, we want to say hi, help you having a great time, stay hydrated. And we are doing a silly fun show for you tonight for the Cooper's Lake business to try to keep them going strong. And in the YouTube comments, there is the link for the donation page. So if you want to just send a donation to help the business stay afloat, and you don't actually want to spend a week of your life in a, mosquito kind of hot, sweaty oriented kind of place, then you can do so, you can just help them out by sending them a little cash. So that's what we're doing right now. And we're having a very silly time. I'm going to run around the gauntlet here and tell everybody we have a handful of very silly people here with us today. Our cutest, sweetest, most adorable fan of the undead from the Midwest is our good friend Erica right over here. Everybody, Erica. And right below me is a cute little songbird from up north. This is Crystal. Everyone say hi to Crystal. And right under her is the second cutest little Pookie that we have on the entire troop. And that is Mary. Mary, you're second cutest. I want you to know that. Because I know you can always beat that number 2. You can always find your way to the top. You've done it before and you'll do it again.
Story of my life.
And the last cutie pie in the corner is mine. You can't have him. He's my adorable husband. His name is Scott. Everybody say hi, Scott. And I got to tell you, there's a varying level of experiences that we all have with this magnificent D&D environment. Some of us are kind of brand new and don't know anything about what we're doing, except a little tiny bit because we've been training. And some of us know a whole lot. And one of those is the most experienced, wise, and powerful, and worthy of worship teammate we have today. And this is the man who's going to control our destinies. This is our dungeon master, the DM, Bill.
You may live.
I'm so excited that we live. All right, Bill, take us away. Where are we going and how do we get there?
Tonight, you join us for an adventure called Spooker's Lake. After centuries of exile from the northern plains of Mykosa Day, the free peoples of the world of Knockville are slowly returning to these verdant and fertile lands, slowly spreading northward from the Zarybdian Empire in Sarayaland and southward from the duchies of Matos. Settlers and adventurers are deriving back the scourge that blossomed 1,000 years ago and drove all living, sentient beings from this land.
Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Bolandaris, near the headwaters of the Finjara River, which leads southward to the sea, and the mighty city of Freeport is a village on the wild edge of these reclaimed lands. Those who come here are the ones who are willing to work for the opportunity to own land, those who would make a living from serving the needs of and sometimes prey upon the settlers, and those who would protect them and continue to expand the incursions of the living into the lands of the undead. Tonight, it is a pleasant evening at the Prancing Nose Inn. And once again, our merry band enjoys a well-deserved night of good food and drink. Their reputation has grown, and between their major triumphs, such as ridding old MacDonald's farm of Kiriana, the vampire cow, and clearing the local merchant's storeroom of skeletons, certain minor errands and odd jobs, they have become the group to hire when undead problems rear their often decomposed heads. Tonight is no exception. A well-dressed halfling rushes into the Prancing Nose and makes a beeline for Illuria, the Goliath proprietress. After a few seconds, she points to your table, and he huffs his way across the room. Are you the people who helped McHadley with the skeletons in his cellar? If so, I have great need of your services. Can you tell me something about yourselves? First, you bugbear, you. Who are you?
I'm Foom, and I'm very large, and I beat little things like you for my morning exercise. But I am very large, and I can defeat great enemies, because I have been trained by the great Mr. Miyagi in the ways of defending myself and bringing peace to the land. But I am just one of these adventurers. I do not consider myself any sort of leader. I am simply here to beat things into small pieces. So you probably want to talk to the map maker down there. She knows where we're going and when we go there. Hey, Griselda, why don't you tell this little guy who you are?
I am Griselda, and I am a furbolg, and I am a map maker. And this is my map, so be really careful with that drink. You do not want to get anything on my map. Yeah, don't even step back. Step back. Okay. And I hang out with Foom, who's super helpful for me. And as you can see, I am mapping this region, and it's going quite well, actually. We've had quite a few adventures. Yeah, it's been great.
And these others at the table, who are they? There's a gnome who's being very, very unnaturally quiet.
I am Nixie Periwinkle Glittergale. I'm a forest gnome, and I am from these regions. I actually believe that somehow, some way, we will be able to work together with the undead that plague our lands, and that sometime we'll become best friends. Yes, I believe in that. And I'm also searching for my ancestral farm with my constant companion, my zombie chicken Gary.
Don't worry too much about Gary. His body parts don't tend to fall off.
No, he's a good chicken.
Well,
now, if you really want to be lulled to sleep at night, or find yourself really brought to a different dimension of relaxation and joy, you might try the cute little songbird down underneath us here.
Hi, I'm Aquala Moonstone.
I have all
Moon
your
elf.
albums.
Thank you. Yeah, I've put my touring aside for right now in search of something a little bit better for the world, the environment. I'm really focusing my energy into finding an instrument that will help me rid my plane of existence from the disease that's plaguing it. You know, we're all doing what we can, but I think music is really the way to like heal the earth, you know? So I'm looking for that, and of course doing some amazing community work with my team here. They're great. I love them. They back me up sometimes when I'm performing. We did a kid's birthday party last weekend. It was a gem. They had the best time. Of course they did. I was there. But I wouldn't get anywhere without our rhythm section. I mean, Giuseppe here keeps everything together.
oh, I walk over and look him straight in the eye because we're of a similar height, halfling. But I have a bit of a rolling gait because I'm a sailor, but that's a long way away, and that's a long story, and you don't need to know that right now. But yes, this is a fine group of people, and I'm sure that we'll be able to help you. And you did say that you need help, and that there would be recompense.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I failed to introduce myself. I am Lord Tall Ringfinger. I am head of this year's Sliding Stones Merchant Fair, and I'm sure you've heard of the Sliding Stones Merchant Fair. It is largest...
No, we haven't heard of that. We don't know these things. Haven't heard of it at all.
Gosh, I love Sliding Stones. You guys have the best spices, and oh my god, that one booth with the cake.
Yes,
Where would
Uncle
you say that
Elmer's
is?
is our favorite spice place ever. We love Uncle Elmer's, but we are in desperate need of someone to keep our people from being wiped out. You see, 1,000 years ago, the Battle of Sliding Stones was fought at this small lake near the headwaters of the Finjara River, and we believe it was probably the greatest battle of the war against the alliance of great evils. Sliding Stones was the turning point. It was where the combined armies of the living were routed into the southern retreat to flee along the river to the last remaining footholds in Soraya land and the Zarybdian Empire. Now today, since we have had a reconquest, this battleground is a convenient point for we merchants to gather. And we have an annual fair on the anniversary of the battle. Merchants and customers come from miles and miles around, and they are protected by guards from the local settlements. And we have a very safe and prosperous fortnight. Except once every 50 years, disaster strikes. A curse upon the land ends tragically for anyone who sets foot in the lands that surround the lake. No one returns. No trace of them will ever be seen again. And this year, well, this year is one of those 50th years. We beg for someone to investigate and try to solve this mystery once and for all. Why, it's as hopeless as an heirloom down a privy. But can you help us? Can you please help us?
Sounds like it could be two Chucks, you know.
You guys, he said curse.
I'm in. Of course we'll help. Gee whiz.
Are we being paid?
We can offer you. We can offer. We've clubbed together from all the merchants, and remember how much you love Uncle Elmer. Uncle Elmer, you don't want Uncle Elmer to die, and no, we don't want that, and we don't want the Wolfie Bard. We don't want the Wolfie Bard to die either.
That's true.
Okay,
or Wall Gamut. They've pitched in. They've pitched in to help, and we can pay 250 gold pieces if you can bring us information. But we can pay you 1,000 gold pieces if you end the curse.
Is that 1,000 each or 1,000 total?
That's 1,000. What do you think? We are made of money.
Okay.
You know these people. It's 1,000 total. That's a lot of money.
I would also like a custom instrument if we're going to take this
for
deal.
just a second. Can you take just a little step back, and we need to talk about this amongst ourselves for just a second.
I'll go get another drink while you speak amongst
You do
yourselves.
that.
Yeah, great.
We should all get an item of our choosing. They're merchants. They have everything. We should all get something that we want. And then we can split the 1,000 gold.
That's an idea.
Okay,
I have heard you can get just about anything at the Sliding Stones Festival.
I don't even care about the stuff, you guys. He said break the curse. Like, if we can break that curse, maybe we could break my curse.
That's true. That's a good point. You know, I would do it for Griselda and only one instrument and none of the gold.
It would be so nice to be able to say no. Like, when somebody asks me for something, I'm so...
Oh, Griselda, can you pass me the salt?
Yes.
Thank you.
See, now that's just taking advantage, Giuseppe. I'm serious, you guys. We really should help them just because it's the right thing to do. I mean, you know, the $1,000 is nice. I'm not going to say no.
Well, I have to say that I've never heard of this fair, and I really would love to add it to my map. It sounds like it's really well known, and I think it should be there.
I agree.
What do you think, Fum?
So you say, Griselda, that if we can break this curse, we might be able to break yours.
I would love that.
So you might say this is a practice curse.
It could be a practice uncursing.
Practice.
And every
But
good
kill us
group needs
today,
a
why
practice
not?
session.
I believe in practice. I believe in practicing over and over and over and over and over again, like Mr. Miyagi taught me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in. Foom sounds like she's in. So
I didn't say that yet, little cutie pie. Go get me a cupcake.
You know, if anybody might have
next to people who are
heard
nice to me.
of this of Sophia, it probably would be at the fair.
Oh, no one's heard of Sophia the Orange in millennia. It's, well, maybe not millennia, maybe just a few centuries. It was maybe just a couple weeks. But she's been so long gone, we've lost hope in finding her.
I'm hurt. I'm genuinely hurt.
I said I'd do it for you, Griselda. Even if it's just the two of us, I would go.
Thank you,
Grizz,
Paula.
Grizz, when have I ever actually let you down?
all the things I've done for you. I mean, granted, I literally had to, but all the things I've done for you. I can't believe you won't do this for me.
I didn't say no, or I didn't say yes.
So
Just
Phil's a
because
solid
the
mate.
answer isn't yes doesn't mean it's automatically no, and doesn't because it isn't no doesn't mean it's yes. There's a lot of gray area in our lives, Griselda.
So if you say yes, and maybe I'll give you a cupcake. Yes.
I do like the cupcake.
And
I do very much like the cupcakes.
Would you like a cupcake?
I would like a cupcake.
It's 200.
So that's a yes.
And a cupcake.
So that's a yes.
I want one thing on the table. I want
Okay.
Aquila to sing us to
Cupcake
sleep
on the
every
table.
night.
I will sing you to
Cupcakes on
sleep
the
every
table.
night. Don't worry. I will. I do that already. I'll keep doing
No,
it.
I can't live without it, Aquila. I've become accustomed.
I know. It's okay.
All right, so
All right,
are
I'll
we
do
in?
it for a cupcake and some lullabies.
All right, get
Okay.
the little guy back here. Let's talk to him a little more.
All right, all right.
Yes. But please help us, please.
We've talked,
Yes.
and we will do it,
Yes,
and-
thank you.
and we'll do it better than anyone else could have. Because
Well,
we're the best.
that's why we came to you. We wouldn't have come to you otherwise. Of course. We've heard you're gullible. I mean, we've heard that you are strong and powerful.
So what
Remember that, little one.
can you tell us about what I mean, you say that people disappear, but is it like
without a trace
during the
or-
day, at night? Is it that? What kind of
It's very
additional?
interesting. Yes, it's very interesting. The reason we have the fair there during the anniversary of this event is there seems to be this strange benevolent presence that helps to keep evil away for the 2 weeks that we have the festival. And this works beautifully, except the records show that every 50 years, the deaths begin on the anniversary of the battle itself. And people die, and no one lives to tell the tale. And it takes us years to convince people to come back. And then they come back, and we have a very good time for another 40, 45 years. And then the kings come around again, and everyone dies. And it's terrible. So,
By everyone. How do you know this is happening?
Yeah,
Because-
if nobody lives to tell the tale, where are you getting these stories from?
Well, because there are no merchants the next year, no one signs up for pre-registration. And everyone always signs up for pre-registration because the merchant slots fill up very quickly. So if suddenly you go filled, no one, then you know something terrible must have happened. It was horrible. And there's blood all over the place. There's
there
not
is
always
blood.
there.
No, there's blood.
So,
Yes.
let me put it
Blood
this
is very
way.
killing.
Are the
Um,
shops still there? I mean, are all the merchant booths still there? Is all the merchandise still there?
There's like rubble and ruin and scraps and horrible
destruction.
things. Yes, it is.
okay.
destruction.
Oh, wait a minute.
The
wait a
problem
minute.
is that
Blood.
other than those 2 weeks, it's not a very safe place to go because
So,
it is south of here, so it's well behind the line of demarcation between us and the
wait a minute.
full undead. Yes.
The fair has already been destroyed, or you're getting ready to have the fair?
No.
and
This
you
year
think-
is the year the records tell us that
Oh,
the fair
good.
will
You
be
guys-
destroyed.
So
Going to
And it
this
happens-
fair is worth it for the shopping alone, even if we don't solve the curse.
Oh no, there will be no one there until you solve the curse or bring us
Oh,
information. Sadly,
Just
sadly,
us.
I mean, if you were a merchant, would you go? I ask you.
I mean, probably I can handle myself just fine. Like, you know.
Well, everyone's
Well, that's good.
amazing.
I'll make sure you have a pre-registration for next year. It would be marvelous to have you be able to.
So
be
tell
there.
me, little one. What of this benevolent presence? You speak as if there's a spirit that blesses the place.
There seems to be. There's a spirit that seems to appear a week before the battle, and it helps to keep evil away as long as and it keeps the evil away. But everyone has to leave the area by the anniversary of the great last stand of Duke Dukare.
Dukakare, Doc.
Dukakare.
I heard of him.
Dukakare.
Ah!
Dukakare.
I've heard of him. He's a legend. At Mr.
Yes.
Miyagi's, He was one of the greats that we studied.
He is a
He's
legend.
very small, though, so,
His
don't judge him by his size.
His bravery protecting the crown of the free peoples in this battle is everyone knows about it. It's amazing.
Okay. Is there anything else pertinent we should know? Any important things, talismans we should have?
Well, today is the anniversary of the set. See, the 2 weeks of the battle were everyone came into place, and all of the different battalions and groups made encampments, and they made their plans. And then a week later, there was the attack, and the battle itself took a full week. And then at the end of that week was the amazing, valiant last stand of Duke Dokakari. And and at the end of that, you must be away from the site or else bad things will happen. Yes, little tiny gnome who is smaller than me.
So we have a week.
So, you speak of this curse. Exactly what happens?
Well, we don't know because no one has ever survived who's there. All we know is that from the records, we know that the week before the battle actually begins, goes as normally, but then as soon as the anniversary of the battle comes, everybody dies.
So how long do we actually have?
A week.
Well, today is the anniversary of the first day of the week before the battle. It will take you about a day to get there. So you'll have from the time you get there, obviously, until you die. I mean, until you solve the problem.
So when you say everybody dies, obviously there is an aftermath. Can you describe it?
He said blood and ruin and rubble.
Bones, guts,
well, that's kind of vague.
Skin, lots of blood, broken up wagons, completely devastated. Uncle Elmer's great uncle, who had the business before him, all the spices were everywhere. It was devastation. It was terrible.
It's very hard to pick up those spices once they've been spilt.
Footprints.
Just toothpick at a time.
It's very hard, time consuming.
A sign of what, my dear?
Oh, running away, like footprints or claw marks or anything that showed maybe it was like a mauling of some sort.
Certainly by the time anyone got there was nothing left. It was as if something had gone berserk.
Mauling.
But they're like berserk footprints.
Not that anyone saw then and was able to make a record of. All right, at this point, I need everybody to make me a history check.
History.
It's a question we haven't asked yet.
History.
Oh man, that is bad.
I wasn't very good at history.
Bad.
I wasn't.
Not that good at history.
I know very little about this area except I rolled an 18.
All right.
I as well, great little one. I have 17 of the things. 17 of them.
Anyone else roll above that?
No.
All
right.
5.
So here's what you know, and in particular, remember, Nixie, you get advantage on anything with history locally, so you get to roll again.
Okay, hold on.
Roll again.
Nixie's our local. She drives the Uber dog.
Still 12. 12 and 12.
All right. Well, Giuseppe and, interestingly enough, I think Foom was the other one that rolled high. Giuseppe and Foom both know that most of what you know about the battle itself comes from the diaries of a particular soldier who escaped and successfully fled to Sarayaland. Since the Reconquest started, historians combed the area but have not found a lot of information about the battle itself. Due to the age. I mean, it was 1,000 years ago, and the chaotic interval where the undead were in control of everything. The trade fair itself began almost as soon as the battleground was recovered in the Reconquest. And people then found out that it seemed to be protected for this 2-week period, which made it one of the only places that you could have a huge gathering like this. The soldier who wrote these is known for coining very many interesting phrases. His phrases, and they're used very much locally, phrases like caught between a ghast and a griffin, or it's all fun and games until somebody's brains get eaten, or it's as hopeless as an heirloom down the privy. So these are the things that you know from your knowledge of history. Do you have any other questions?
Yes. What's the terrain like at this place?
Well, it is a lake. It is deep within the hills. Yes, there is a lake. There are what's the word I'm looking for? There are rills that then go up to a rise, and then there's a great open plain, and then it dips down into an area that you might call a bog, but it's not so much boggy as it is just the people who hang around there are a little bit bog-like. And then there is a lovely lake, and this, of course, is where the battle itself it did not take place. It took place on the big open plains, but we think of the lake because the lake is the thing that people recognize.
And how far of a ride by horse is it?
It's about a day. It's a day's ride.
Okay.
So these accounts.
Yes.
These accounts seem to be also reflected in one of my diaries that I have kept of the legendary Sophia the Orange, magnificent legendary warrior that went missing. And I have always kept these close to my heart as tokens from Mr. Miyagi, who also trained.
She has kept them close to her heart. I've tried to steal them, and I haven't been able to.
They're not yours, little one. Now listen. So the soldier, he says that he coined the terms caught between a ghast and a griffin, and something about eating brains.
Yes.
And it's just like getting an heirloom down your privy.
Yes.
So,
What language were these in?
you know, the sheep wanted to eat our Bahrain, so maybe.
Well, these were in the original language that was spoken at the time, which has sort of developed into our common tongue now. This was 1,000 years ago, so there have been a few changes. The pronunciations might be different, but this would be in what we might call Old Common, or what at the time was called Mycosan, which was the language that separated from the language of the original continent when the settlers first came here 2,000 years ago, long before the Alliance of Great Evils began to eat everyone's brains who lived in the middle of the continent.
Well, I'm sold. Let's go.
All right.
Yep, I'm ready to mount up and ride out.
Yep.
Onward.
Okay, can I make a roll to see if my Sophia diary has any more information about this soldier?
Absolutely.
I would look.
Make a go ahead with advantage. Make another history roll.
History. Okay, I hope I have an advantage because that's just annoying.
You just roll it twice.
16 minus 1 is 15. 15 of the things that I need.
Try rolling it again because you have advantage.
Do it. Oh,
So roll it again and take the
of course
higher.
I have an advantage. I love advantages. I have them all.
You have an advantage. You have a diary.
15 again.
What good is an advantage if it just gives you the same thing over again?
Right. Well, in your diary of Sophia the Orange, you find a note about Duke Dokakari.
Duke
Duke Dokakari was the primary general for the forces of the living in the Battle of the Sliding Stones. He fought a valiant last-ditch effort to protect the crown of the free peoples, but when it was lost, his resolve left him, and he gave in to despair. He was overwhelmed by the forces of the Alliance of Great Evils and was lost to all of us.
Oh, it's very sad.
Jeez, that's
It is
terrible.
very sad. His lieutenant, who escaped, wrote down all of these things and passed them down, and this is where Sophie got the information.
Oh, Sophia
Copy
knows
into her
many
diary.
great
Yes.
legends.
Yes.
And she wrote a lot. So is the lieutenant this very soldier? Is it? I want. Can I read his name? It looks like I might have a name I could read.
His name would be. His name is Lieutenant Manable-Brook.
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 Like a bubbling brook.
Like a bubbling brook, only with teeth.
All right.
All right, let's get going. There's no time like the present. Like, we got to figure this out, man.
All right. I'm going to
I'm
take
all
this
about making
diary
this
with
perfect.
me.
All right.
You just want to keep working on your map, Griselda.
I have my own motivations, and they're very strong, but also helpful. So, yeah.
Now I'm willing to
And-
get in some
Let's go.
curse breaking practice here.
Mount up, friends.
All right. Just one more little drink before we go.
Lardital Ringfinger thanks you very much, and I will meet you back here at this very end when your quest is completed. Or if I have not heard from you in 2 weeks, I will contact your next of kin.
Thank you.
Think about me if I die. Thanks.
We'll be back. Just make sure you show up
Awfully
with
nice of
money.
you. Most people wouldn't go to the trouble.
All right. Aquala, do we have any traveling music?
Sure. I can sing for the next day. I might be dead exhausted by the end of it, but we can make something happen.
Just something to get it started.
Start us off, and we'll join in.
Okay. Well, we're gonna travel using a very special instrument I've picked up along the way. So I hope that you are super excited
I'm always excited.
to listen to my instrument of illusions as and enjoy the beautiful display of notes that are going to glow and go up all around us. Beautiful glowing notes that'll light our way through the dark tonight.
Oh,
Here we go.
Aquala. Oh, I love this part when she gets going with the visuals.
Yep.
Ah.
Here we are. We're off to save the day. Here we are. We're off to save these people's ways. Because if we don't, the market will be trashed. And if we don't, they may kick our. Never mind. So, as we ride, Griselda has a map. Or 2 or 5. Griselda's making more maps as we ride. As we ride. Foom's horse is looking a little tired because Foom has been dancing the entire way. As we ride, Nixie's eating a cupcake. Where they keep coming from, I'm not entirely sure. As we ride, Giuseppe pulled out a compass. Good thing he checked. We were going the wrong way for about 20 minutes there. Zelda, erase that last part. That
You
map
have a
was
beautiful
wrong.
voice. I love hearing it.
As we ride, hey, look, it was shorter than we expected. Turns out we're almost there.
Beautiful song there, Aquala.
Hey.
Beautiful song.
I hope you enjoyed the special light show that's been going on around my face. Because I'm in the woods too, but you can't tell because of all the lights, but I am in the woods. See? They said
She's such a visual magician. Oh.
I know.
Oh,
I can
isn't
look
that
like I'm
wonderful?
in a tavern. This
Here,
is really
I thought
special
she was
instrument.
sitting in the tavern still.
Crazy.
That was amazing. That was the most pleasant journey I've ever been on.
I've learned singing helps with the journey.
Oh, it does. It does. Oh.
It does.
All right, very well. So
where we are.
as you begin to get toward the end of the day, and you ride your way through to the toward the battleground and the possibility of being where all of these things are, and suddenly you hear some noises and smell the most horrible stench, perhaps, you've ever smelled in your lives. And I have uploaded a picture of what it is you see walking out in front of you.
No.
Foom, if you could share that, since I don't have the ability to share, you could actually do a share screen
All
to
right.
show those who are watching what it is that you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
See it in the chat.
Oh my God, Nixie, was that you? Is that one of those cupcakes?
No, cupcakes are
Oh.
good and nice and pleasant. This is terrible. I don't like it.
Doesn't,
Oh.
something's,
Ooh.
I've never smelled
Look
anything
at that
like
tongue
this.
on that thing.
oh my goodness. This is, just a second and I'll be able to show you this thing I'm seeing. It's
What
Oh.
are we seeing?
ah,
I don't know. I couldn't open it.
you're seeing this! Ah!
Oh,
Very
whoa.
large tongue.
Hi.
Is it alive? Is it moving or is it on the like
It
dead?
is coming towards you. It is coming very slowly. Now, do you have a way of detecting whether or not it is an undead?
Oh, gross.
Anyone able to detect undead or evil or magic?
I can detect
I do
evil.
magic, I think. Evil might be
Yes.
nice. Let's know if it's gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I can do it. I can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to
Do the
use.
thing.
I want to use primeval awareness and
Oh,
become aware
awareness.
of what this is
Oh.
and whether or not it's undead.
We need to raise
You become aware that there are two very undead creatures right in front of you on the road.
I am suddenly aware that there are two of them and they are right in front of us and they are definitely undead.
No.
I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Roll initiative!
Oh yeah.
All right.
Love this part. I love this part.
Initiative.
Oh,
I have 17.
what is it with me and 12 tonight?
Hey, me too.
I'm
Sounds
14.
like my third 12.
Ah! 17 plus 2 is 19.
And Griselda and Nixie, you have 12?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm going to guess that unless she has a negative, she has a higher dexterity.
Did you get my 14?
I got your 14, yes.
Okay.
I'm ready. Haven't
All right.
had a good initiative like this since that carnival. Or maybe the cows.
The
Maybe.
cows, maybe the cows. Might be the cows.
Boom, is
Ready.
that a sword?
Yes, it's a sword. What do you think I
Oh
am?
my gosh.
I got a sword, I
There you
got a cloak, I got a knife, I got a slingy thingy that goes patoing, and I got a number of
Technical
mechanical
term there.
means to
All
defend
right.
our team.
Right.
Foom,
Yeah.
you are up first. You see these creatures. They smell horribly bad, but they are a distance right now that you will have to run up to them in order to strike them.
All right, I've got all sorts of distance feet and things, and I'm rather large, so I can do things with actions and such.
So tell me what you are doing, and I will tell you what happens.
I'm going to attack them as quickly and violently as possible, and I do that with short sword. Yeah,
Right.
10-foot reach.
10-foot reach with a sword?
Yeah,
He's got really long arms.
It's food.
Okay.
I am
That will work.
extraordinarily large and intimidating.
There we go. That will work. Please make your attack.
Ha! I roll the dice. Ha ha! 19! 19 plus 5. Take that, undead slime.
So your short sword whips out against this creature, smacks it up to the side of the head. Please roll your damage.
Woo, good job.
3 plus 3 is 6. Take that.
6 points of
I'm
damage.
just getting warmed up.
6 points of damage. Yes, your sword bites into the arm of this creature and it lets out a scream. Its breath is even fouler than any of the other odor that you might have taken before.
I don't care.
Is able, it takes the 6 points of damage and it
Take
moves
that.
on.
Undead leech of joy.
I look at Nixie. I'm still convinced the smell's coming from her.
You're so
All right,
mean.
Foom, do you have any other actions you would like to take?
Can I take stuff?
If you have a bonus action, you could take a bonus action. You could move if you would like to move because you didn't really move. You attacked from 10 feet away.
I will go up to the second one
All right, so you'll step
And-
up to it.
and give it an unarmed strike because I think I can do an unarmed strike with a bonus action.
Yes, if you
So I go like this
do
with
a
my
flurry
sword.
of blows,
And I
yes.
go like this with my fist. Ha!
Okay, you have to spend one of your key points. So don't forget to
Really?
spend your key point. Yes, that's what it takes to make an unarmed strike as a bonus
I
action.
want to save those.
Then you can go up to it, but you don't have to attack this turn. You
Can I
wait.
spit in his face?
Certainly, that is a free action. You can spit. You spit in its face. You see its long split tongue reach out, and it licks the spittle off of its face, and it looks at you and winks.
I'll take you on.
Aquala, you are next.
Okay.
Love this game.
Aquala has learned from her previous mistakes of trying to befriend a vampire cow and has decided that maybe this time she'll take more action instead of just trying to befriend everything.
Griselda is so proud.
So Aquala, in her disappointment from last time, is readied her rapier, run up to the second monster that Foom has just spit upon, and is attacking it, if that is possible.
Take your attack.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 7, so.
All right, a 7 unfortunately does not hit. So you step up. You are prepared to strike. As you reach forward with your blade, this is at about the time that Foom has come forward and spat into the face of the creature. And as the creature leans forward to enjoy the spit, your blade barely misses over its shoulder. It's a terrible, terrible miss.
Dang it.
Giuseppe, do you have a bonus action or anything else you would like to take?
I think she's feeling too defeated to sing, so let's go with no this round.
Giuseppe, you are up next.
Can I just stay in there like, not your fault, Aquala?
How far away are these things from me?
You were on the road, so I would say probably about 20 feet. I'd say Foom was probably in front because you know it's Foom.
Yeah, right. All right, so I'm going to go move forward, come up and take out a kneecap with my rapier.
Which one are you going for? The one that Foom was able to hit, or the
Yes,
one that
the one that
Aquila
Foom
went
hit.
after? All right. I did not see the roll. So what did it come out to be?
It is a 17.
A 17 will hit. Foom is 10 feet away from it, so you do not get the other opponent within, or the other ally within 5 feet sneak attack bonus, which sadly requires them to be within 5 feet. So it's just a regular attack.
But it's a good one, Giuseppe.
So do your damage.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
And for my bonus action, I dash away.
All right. So you step forward, you strike it, pinpoint accuracy on the kneecap with your rapier. You know you could have done more damage had someone else been fighting, and you could have managed to sneak behind it. But your damage was in fact significant. It is clearly limping and bleeding from the kneecap. As it turns towards you in anguish, you dance away, sparkling as you go. Griselda, you're up next.
Giuseppe's so graceful. Okay, so there's 2 of them still, right?
Yes.
Okay, and Foom's in front of one, but not.
Foom is in front of one. That one's been injured. The other one has not been injured at all.
Okay,
that's the one that Aquala is in front
of. Can I shoot it with an arrow around her?
Do you have a sharpshooter feat?
No.
Okay, then it will have some cover, meaning that if you shoot and you only miss by a little bit, you might hit the people who are fighting.
Okay, never mind. All right, I'm going to run up to one of them, the one that Foom is not in front of. And I'm going to try to hit it after I run up to it with my short sword and my dagger.
Attack.
Okay, I'll do my short sword first. Nope.
11 does not hit.
Okay. I'm going to do my dagger with the other hand.
Swing with your dagger on your offhand.
Okay. Come on, dagger. Hey, it's better.
Yes. You reach out with your sword and you try to swing to hit it, and it thinks it's the smartest thing in the world and ducks. And as it is laughing at you, it notices that it ducked right into your dagger. So roll your dagger damage.
Woo!
There.
3 points.
I nicked it.
Excellent. So it leans forward and your dagger just snips off part of its ear and it leans back hissing. Pain.
Can I do
Good one,
more than-
Griselda.
Depends on what it is. You've used your action and your bonus action. What else do you want to do?
I want to turn to Nixie and yell, "That smell wasn't you."
Oh,
All right, Nixie, it is your turn to accept her apology.
fine. And then I turn to the monster and I say, "Die, stinky fiend!" And I cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay, which one?
Second level. Go for broke.
Okay, which one of them are you attacking are you sending the guiding bolt to?
I'm sorry. Because I had it on. Whichever one has the least amount of damage.
That would be the one that Griselda just tagged with her dagger. All right.
Okay. $21.
21 will hit.
Nice.
So how much damage do you do?
17.
Glad you hit that thing and not me.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
So much damage.
Whoa!
So from Nixie's
Roll
hands
rules.
appears this radiant light as if a sun had suddenly glowed in the midst of your party. This beam of light strikes forward, catches the creature and flames it in an aura of heat and pain. It shrieks. And some of you know this kind of creature. You know that they tend to be a little stronger than this, but this one just collapses into dust. It just goes completely away and is gone. And all that is left is the little aura on your eyeballs as the reflection of the light flashes back and forth.
Too slow to
Turns
roast
to-
marshmallows.
Griselda kind of makes you want to respect me a little more, doesn't it?
All right, so the one that is left will turn, and it will step forward to attack Foom.
All right.
So it will step within the
Can I ask
reach.
a question about my character sheet?
Yes, go
I
ahead.
know this is like taking a pause, but I'm very confused.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have where did it go?
I got it. I see it.
Here. It's not key, right? So it's not this key business here. It's here, unarmed strike, bonus action without a key, right?
It's there because you can do it as a bonus action, but when you look under bonus action, it tells you that the way that you can do that is by spending a key point.
Oh! All right. I'm just checking because I'm learning this stuff. And I have like all this crazy stuff like a surprise attack. If you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack deals an extra 2d6 damage. So I could do that like anytime I dive into a new.
Yes, yeah, we should have paid attention because you could have done that the last time. So we should have known that would.
I'm learning. I'm happy to figure it out as I go. All right, now set me on to this beast.
Okay, so the beast comes towards you. Let me just do a real quick look up because I'm going to double check and make sure that's not a monk thing that you always get
You look it up.
an unarmed strike.
You
as a
look
bonus
it up,
action.
and I'm gonna take
Hey,
it
I
down.
will look it because I do want to check to see if you always.
By
get
the
it
way,
as a
Nixie,
bonus
that was
action.
quite proficient.
Thank you.
Yes, excellent. Yes.
So
Thank
tiny and yet so lethal.
I'm dazzled by the light.
Aquala's sitting here.
Maybe
wondering-
even blinded by it, but
Aquala's wondering if she should have
All
stuck
right.
to trying to make friends.
Okay, you have to attack with an unarmed strike in order to be able to use a free unarmed strike as a bonus action,
Okay.
or use a quarterstaff, but you used a sword.
Okay.
So you don't get it unless you spend the key for the flurry of blows.
Okay, excellent. All right. Well,
Okay.
still, our team is magnificent, and as a
All
team
right.
together, we can take down these beasts.
So this creature reaches out with the claws that are dripping with gore, and it strikes at your huge body. And you don't know how this happened, because you know these creatures are usually pretty good, but it just completely misses you. Like it whiffs. It's like it thinks you're located somewhere where you're not, and its arm just goes through open space. And it's not even able to touch you.
Idiot demon!
So
my
next.
That was close.
Do I roll initiative, or do I just dive in
Nope,
and
we
kill
had
him?
initiative, so Foom, you are up.
Let me at him. I'm going to do the same thing again. A swoosh and a poof. Ha!
Okay. You're going to use your sword?
Yes, why wouldn't I? The reason should I not use my sword?
Well, if
There's
you use
something
your
else I
unarmed
should be
strike, then
using.
you get 2 attacks. Remember, we just talked about if you use an unarmed strike, then you
Yeah.
get a bonus attack with an unarmed strike.
You could
So you get 2 attacks.
and then
if you
punch
use
again.
unarmed.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Double punch.
All right.
Take these fists of might, you idiot, stupid being from hell.
All right, so strike with your unarmed strike and tell me what you get.
Oh, I got to roll. Sorry. I'm very excited.
We can.
How do I do this?
Griselda is just like watching the show.
Unarmed strike. Here's this. There it is. Unarmed strike.
Boom.
5.
Boom. Boom.
All right. Plus 5 is 10.
Nope, that one misses, so go ahead and take the one with your other hand.
Okay, we'll do it again.
Boom. 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 Boom.
Okay,
boom.
10 plus 5 is 15.
That one will hit.
All right, I'm
So
getting a
you
little
are able
tired.
to strike it with your open hand. Do your damage.
Damage! Not much. Okay, 4. 1 plus 3 is 4.
4. All right.
I'm getting a little tired.
So with your right hand, you swing forward. The ghast manages to duck out of the way, but with your left hand, as part of the combination that you were taught by Mr. Miyagi, as part of the wax on, wax off move, you are able to take him right up by the side of the head, swing his head around. He is still up, but he is looking in horrible, terrible shape. It is
Take that.
extremely rough.
I just figured I wanted to leave a little something for the rest of my teammates to play with.
That sounds great. As I recall, and sadly I've lost my initiative order, next was Griselda, I think.
No, it's Aquala.
No. Next is Aquala. So Aquala is next. You are up.
So this thing in front of me, that was bad. as it
The one that
looked.
was in front of you is now the one that got toasted by the big light that shone.
So I can't mess up too badly. Yeah,
No.
Aquala's looking at how damaged this thing is and thinks I can put it down. I can be the one to end this,
Yes,
right?
the one that is left. The one that is left looks very, very damaged.
So Aquala musters all of her strength and her training. Mostly it's bardic training, but we'll see how that pays off.
You can do it, Aquala.
And she
Go for it,
takes
girl.
her rapier and she tries to plunge it into the heart of this thing as forcefully as she can. Let's see. And I rolled a 1, so I got a 6.
That one is an automatic miss.
Yeah.
So you are confident. You believe that this creature's almost dead and it is ready for you. So you taunt it. You taunt it with the end of your sword. You move it to the left. You move it to the right. You dance with the rhythm that only a bard can dance. Unfortunately, this ghast clearly also had rhythm and is able to duck out of the way, and you completely miss it. Looking not so much like Michael Jackson, but like Jack Mikeson, who was fired for not being able to dance.
Rhythm is gonna get you.
It's gonna get
Okay, Giuseppe,
He
as
can
I
eat
recall,
it.
you're next.
He can eat
Yes.
Well, wait.
So
What if I want to sing?
given that 2 of my compatriots have reached out and tickled or attempted to tickle this individual, this thing, I'm coming in again with my rapier,
And this time you
and
will get
I
your
will,
sneak
in
attack.
fact, do a
Yes.
sneak attack this time because it is engaged with other people.
It is. It is.
So we will roll 13.
All right. A 13 will hit.
Giuseppe!
All right, so we start with.
And as your strike goes into the ghast, you are so proud of yourself. You have mustered all of your skill, but none of this skill was necessary because your blade hits the creature and it just collapses.
Giuseppe!
Leave the fighting to Giuseppe.
And you know, now in the aftermath of this battle.
Wait, did they not leave anything for Nixie? Or Grit?
One of them to dust.
Nixie fried the other one. I mean, for goodness sakes.
Took one out all by herself.
All right, so she's sitting there back there just polishing fingernails.
Exactly.
It was well done.
Koala is crying in a corner.
But you do recognize that other times when you might have run into these creatures, it would have been much more difficult. Something seems to have been on your side and helped you in this encounter.
Maybe are we in range of the benevolent spirit at this point, do you think?
Benevolent spirit.
Yeah, but
Koala doesn't know she's crying. It didn't help her.
The benevolent spirit doesn't show up this year. That's what's leading to all the murders and death.
I think that every 50 years, the benevolent spirit just is not quite strong enough and is overcome.
Maybe it's a nap year.
Maybe
Naps
we
are
got
very
lucky
important.
because it's early in the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets weaker
Yeah,
as
maybe
the
it
week goes.
loses.
Hey,
All right.
should we look around and see what we can find here?
So, like,
Other than
these
stinky
things
creatures.
had no clothing or anything on them, or did they have?
They look like they've been decomposing for quite some time. You do search them. You find probably about 5 gold pieces total that they seem to have scraped up.
Let's take
It's just in part of the scraps that they kept with them for a snack that they happened to get some poor adventurer's pouch.
Drinking money.
That's it. Yes.
Do we know what these creatures were? Can we check?
You know that they are ghasts, which are a particular type of ghoul, stronger type of ghoul. Usually can incapacitate people with their stench, but luckily you were able to overcome the stench. Again, possibly through the intervention of a higher power. You don't know.
All right, I would like to consult my diary of the great legendary warrior Sophia the Orange and
Caught between a ghast and a
griffin. Caught between a ghast and a griffin.
Oh, I bet I know what's coming next.
Oh.
Do we know anything about griffins?
They fly?
They are good at puzzles.
They're good at puzzles?
Yeah, my cousin was a jester and Griffin death. I don't like to talk about it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. We live very long lives, our people. So, you know, she had a good 127 years.
Yeah.
It is a good long time. Maybe we should just start calling for it. You know, we know it's coming. Maybe we should be
Griffin.
So if
anybody
there's
out
this
there
phrase,
thinking of helping
I'm
us?
going to keep an eye on the sky.
Okay.
Well, you should do. I mean, with how quick they move, we
Are we
really
even
need
to
eyes
the
in all
place we need to
directions.
be yet?
As we move along, I'm just going to make sure
it was just starting to be evening, and you know that meant you were fairly close.
Can
Maybe
we
we should
listen?
Yeah, Nixie, maybe you're right. Maybe we should go to where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But before we leave, can I roll for insight and see if I
Sure, tell me specifically what you're trying to figure out.
How these things are defeated because our adorable, cute little undead expert right there smote one of them single-handedly, and I'm feeling a little jealous because I took my best swings and could not take one down by myself, and I'm feeling a little jealous of Cupcake Girl.
Are you looking for pro tips?
I don't have too many of them in me. If that
Sure.
means
Roll
anything to you.
roll a nature check for me with advantage because you have the diary.
Nature check. Okay. 13. I'm feeling very natural.
Is that the highest of the two, or did you just roll once?
Oh, 2 of them. Right. Okay. 13, and then we do it again. Yeah, that one's 2. We're
Okay.
gonna go.
Now, your diary doesn't say anything about it. Perhaps this type of creature was just a little too boring for Sophie the Orange to want to write about, because there's nothing particularly heroic about this level of undead.
Beneath the greatness that was, maybe is, the great Sophia.
All right.
Well, maybe just go to this place and just finish.
Yeah, let's get going.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Koala's just moping the whole way.
Oh, Koala, it's okay.
You ride for about another hour, maybe a little
cupcake.
less, and you come to a beautiful clearing, and it overlooks probably one of the places it literally makes you feel like you just came home. It is a plain that you can't believe that this was ever spoiled by a battle. And if it was spoiled by a battle, you can't believe that the people who fought the battle were ever truly enemies. And yet you know this from the history of this area. Every place looks like a beautiful place to camp. You can understand why this is such a popular spot for the fair at this time of year. I need everybody to make a perception check for me, please.
Yeah.
You guys, it's so beautiful. I don't want to put it on a map. I don't want anyone else to know where it is.
Oh, but
11.
a 10.
16.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you say perception?
Perception, yes.
18.
18.
Ooh.
All right.
Where is it?
Giuseppe, join us at the lake.
Koala's too depressed to perceive things, apparently.
Okay. I got 10.
Okay. All right. So Nixie and was it Griselda that got the 16? The two of you notice, and particularly Nixie, because she's lived around here for such a long time, you notice that one of the common things about living in this area is sort of this ongoing feeling of dread that you have because of just the sheer weight of knowing that the undead are present. And even though you have fought, your people have fought their way to push them back from this area, there's still always this idea that the undead are there. And yet here, this weight seems to have lifted from your shoulders. This dread has gone. You feel safe, at least safe from undead.
You feel like
So
good.
nice. I mean, you know, I'm usually a pretty positive person, but
Stuck in the
wow,
woods.
this place is just so. Anyone else?
I feel like Mr. Miyagi has just, reminded me that he's watching.
I mean, the cupcake helped a little bit, but I'm still kind of sad that my fighting's been awful.
I give Aquala a big hug.
Group hug.
Group hug. Oh,
well, Giuseppe can't join this group hug right now. He's a little trapped.
Right, I'm lost in the woods.
Get back to this lake, man.
Do we have to roll to save Giuseppe or?
We figure he's out scouting. He gets nervous when he gets with a bunch of people who are touchy and feely, and he'd rather be out trying to find somebody he can steal things from.
That sounds like Giuseppe.
Well, while we're waiting for him, I just want to say this is a very beautiful place.
I found this lake.
Giuseppe, how did you end up on the other side of the lake?
Get back over here.
I'm working on it.
Giuseppe, can you swim?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. So in the meantime,
he'll be dripping on us.
You set up camp. Do you want to set watches for the night?
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Yeah. And
I'll take first watch.
This sounds like a good long rest for us. Let's maybe Griselda wants to go first. If anything happens, I might not be able to fight it off. I've been having a really hard time with that lately.
Yeah, Aquala, I think, should rest because I still feel guilty about the last time we didn't let her sleep.
Oh yeah, when you wouldn't let me sleep. Yeah, when you woke me up 5 times.
Oh, I don't feel guilty at all. I just like talking about it.
Oh my gosh, I'm already collecting tiny little sticks to poke you with.
I'll protect you.
How about Griselda goes on watch first? Because you said you'd watch.
Yeah, I'll go second. All right. I'll just take a little
I'll
nap.
go.
There I am.
And
Hey,
Steppy!
Oh,
Where you
good
been,
thing.
little one?
We already have a fire going.
I was taking a look around. I was making sure
Did
the
Giuseppe
perimeter
find
and all
anything?
No, not particularly. Just beauty.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
beauty.
Guys, I'll take first watch. Boom takes second watch. Does someone want to build a fire? And who's going to take the third watch?
I'll do it.
Said she would.
Third watch?
Okay.
Aquala has a fire going.
Okay. Aquala can go to sleep. Just go ahead. Just lay your little head down. And I'll throw
Okay.
these sticks away. I promise not to poke you with sticks.
Okay.
All right. First watch. Everybody is asleep but Griselda.
So
Wait
wait.
to see if Griselda does anything with the sticks or if she's good to her word this time.
Griselda does put like a little bit of water on the fire, not to the point where it's boiling, but just to the point where it's warm to the touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming to the end of your watch. Nothing is happening. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that warm water off the fire and I'm gonna walk over to Aquala and just put her hand in the water and see what happens.
Okay, Aquala, make me a constitution check, please.
Oh, that
Should
poor
you
girl.
say? Oh, not looking forward to this, considering my constitution's +0. That'd be a 4.
All right. Aquala, you don't wake up. But when you wake up the next morning, you'll probably need to change.
Zelda's just gonna giggle herself to sleep.
Okay.
Aw.
Boom.
Who's in second? Oh.
Griselda
Hey,
wakes you
Griselda.
up.
Hey, Grizz, what's
Wallace,
this
Boom.
water?
Give me a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
All right, percepting. Here we go. 13 plus 1 is 14. Haha.
Yeah. No, you don't notice that Aquala's hand is in the water thing.
No,
you just, No, you don't notice. So you just get up. Everything's fine.
All right. Griselda,
Yeah,
how was the watch?
it was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing at all.
Nothing happened, huh?
Very quiet. Very quiet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you feel like telling me anything?
Do I feel like, are you asking me to tell you something?
I think I want to first know how you feel about telling me things that happen while all of us are asleep.
I feel like there's nothing to tell, honestly, unless you asked me to tell you.
You stole those 5 gold pieces, didn't you?
I didn't steal them. I took them. You guys saw me.
Yeah, well, what about the rest of us? Aren't you gonna, spread them around so everybody gets some?
Yeah, we'll divvy it up at the end. It'll be great.
All right, the next round of grog is on you.
Well, you know I can't say no to you.
Never. All right, so I'll let her go to sleep, but I just wanted her to know I'm watching.
Okay. So it's about halfway through your watch, middle of the night. Fire is starting to burn down.
The stars are pretty.
Stars are beautiful. You're roasting a marshmallow.
A very nice star.
Trying to decide if there's enough chocolate for another s'more.
Okay, good. So I have come prepared, right?
Yes, you have come prepared.
Okay, thank goodness. Yeah.
And you hear, hello.
What's that? What? What's that?
I have come to meet you.
Meet me for coffee?
I have come to help you.
Oh, you help it. Help it.
Roll a perception check for me.
All right. I'm going to perceive if there's a body here. Perception. Here we go. Ooh, that's a 4.
Yeah, you really can't even tell what direction this is coming from. You just hear this voice.
All right, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to start doing this. And I have night vision. So
That's
I'm going to
fine.
be like I'm not going to step on anybody. But I'm like going around going, "Where are you? Where are you?"
Is there someone else I can talk to?
Oh, who do I think has the best perception? Who do I think has
Pretty
the best?
good perception.
All right, I'm gonna wake up Giuseppe.
All right.
Be like, hey, little
Giuseppe
guy.
jumps up with a dagger in his hand. Where's the sack?
Listen, shh. Listen.
I'm listening. I'm looking.
Oh, hello.
You hear that?
I hear somebody saying hello in a very spooky voice.
You have come to an enchanted ground.
An enchanted ground.
Enchanted ground.
I am what is left of Duke Dokakara.
The spirit of Duke Dokakara.
I am here to help you. Why are you here?
We are here to lift the curse.
Curse?
The curse.
Curse?
Yes, so that the fair can take place.
I protect the fair.
You're the benevolent force.
But every 50 years, everybody at the fair gets slaughtered. Nobody returns. What happens?
I am not allowed to speak of such things.
Oh, please speak. Speak, please. Please speak. Please.
So imagine there's a thing. Do you imagine a thing?
I'm imagining something.
I have lots
and
of
if
things
you
in my
imagine
brain.
a thing
Yes.
that happens all the time, but the thing that allows the thing to happen all the time doesn't happen all the time.
Like when I pee and then I get constipated?
Like
Such a thing has never happened to me, certainly not in the last 1,000 years.
a thing that happens all the time. But then there's a thing that happens that prevents the thing from happening all the time.
But the second thing
solar
as the reason the first thing can happen. Do you understand?
The second thing is the reason the first thing can happen?
Yes, I think you've got it. Imagine a sandwich. You know what they still have sandwiches?
Yes, I know what a sandwich is. Yes.
Imagine a sandwich. And in this sandwich, you have a thick cut slice of meat. Oh, I've not had meat in 1,000 years.
Meat.
And that meat is delicious and wonderful, and you can have it in your sandwich. You understand?
Yes.
You understand the sandwich. So you can have the meat in the sandwich.
Do you have mustard?
Yes, you can put mustard on the sandwich.
Oh, good.
But
nice.
But if you try to put tartar sauce on the sandwich, the mustard disappears.
Only one condiment at a time.
Yes, I think you have it. Yes.
One condiment. So
one.
Can you also put tomatoes? Mustard and tomatoes.
You could put mustard and tomatoes. Yes.
But not also tartar sauce.
Not the tartar sauce. Not until you have told the mustard what it needs to know, or no, not until you have given the mustard what you have to give it, and then you can have the tartar sauce. You see? Do you understand?
So there is something that needs to happen before the thing that needs to happen happens.
Yes.
And what is that thing that needs to happen before?
While this is happening, can I kick my friends and wake them all up?
Sure.
All right, I'm kicking everybody.
I can't tell you what the thing is.
You can't tell, or you won't tell?
I am not allowed to speak these words.
Allowed to tell.
No.
Can you tell us what it isn't?
Are you cursed?
What is going on?
Why
I'm
my
not allowed to
potato?
speak
What's going on here?
of such
Listen,
things.
listen. Just listen. Listen.
Perhaps if
Is
you
the thing that must happen, does it need to happen at a particular time of day?
No.
No. Does it have to
Allowed to say
happen in a particular place?
Why is the air speaking to us?
I believe. Oh, everybody that's awake, make a perception check. I
Okay.
didn't have Giuseppe make a perception check.
I have no idea what's going on here. Okay.
I lost my perception check, so I'm
Cool.
listening to
Cool.
Not good.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 3, so I got 23.
natural
awesome.
20. I can move mountains.
Apparently, I'm really perceived after peeing myself.
Oh,
All right.
the koala really
Yes.
needs to have like everything come
Koala
true.
perceives that she does need to change her nightie. She also perceives that she woke up with her hand in a cup of water, which is not as warm as it was to start with.
That's so weird.
So, Koala, I need you to make an insight check, and Griselda, I need you to make a deception check.
Okay.
Say I rolled a 23 in
But
perception.
she
Natural
knows
20.
everything now.
This is for a different thing.
11.
11.
All right. So, Koala, you suspect because of the last thing that happened. You suspect Griselda, but you can't prove anything. You have no proof, and butter would not melt in Griselda's mouth. She just seems so innocent, so sweet. But anyway, you are distracted from this by the fact that you, and seemingly you alone, see a figure shimmering in the moonlight, translucent, of a dwarf, fully armored, with bloody strikes all across its body. And it is the one that is speaking and saying, there is no time, particularly of the day. Ouch, no, that's too much. I can't speak that. Ask again later.
What's going on?
So Aquala relays everything she's seeing, giving Griselda a little bit of the stinky eye because she's a little frustrated, but she can't prove anything. And she's like, hey, yeah, this ghost is covered in like red slash marks all over. Is that just because he died that way, or something happening? Are new ones forming as I'm watching him?
No.
What's he talking about, though?
So what the ghost of Dukaraya Doctor
Karak
was saying is that in order for the thing to happen, you must take the slice of meat and put mustard on it, but not tartar sauce.
Not tartar sauce.
No. He was saying that it must be something happens on a regular basis, but there's something else that needs to happen before that can happen.
Vague, annoying, disembodied voice.
Yes.
Is it kind of like you have to kill the cow before you get the slice of meat to put in the sandwich?
I believe I am free to say there is no killing involved.
Oh,
Must we release somebody or something?
Ritual? Is it a ritual? I love a good ritual.
I do like an intelligence check to see if I can like put all of these pieces together and come up with some kind of cohesive.
Okay, yeah. Roll me an intelligence check.
I just want to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Here I go. Am I intelligent? Kind of. 14.
14. All right. Basically, you want to think back on what you've been told so far before you came on this and see if there's any particular things you were told about that you might want to ask this spirit about.
I'm gonna try and puzzle it out myself and do an intelligence.
What were the quotes?
Oh, yep, I got those in the diary. I got them.
I got a 17.
Caught between a ghast and a griffin.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games till someone's brains get eaten.
It's all fun and games, so someone's brains get eaten.
Hopeless is an heirloom down the privy.
Hopeless as an heirloom down the privy.
What if something was lost and like I don't know, something was
Heirloom
was lost.
Heirloom down a privy.
Someone's medallion was lost.
We need to find an heirloom.
We need to find a privy.
A medallion in a privy.
Guys,
So the ghost is kind of freaking out, y'all.
yeah.
Is it a medallion or a crown?
I cannot say. I
Medallion.
cannot say. Oh.
Crown.
I'm being tortured.
Important is lost in the lake.
Okay.
So, Nixie, you got a, what did you get?
17.
17 for a 17. Yes, you remember that something was told to you that the Duke was defending at the time that he...
The crown of...
The crown.
It was the crown of the right people.
Oh, oh, oh.
Can I roll insight?
Sure.
I'm not very smart, but I'm insightful. Knowing what we've already run.
What are you trying to learn in insight?
I'm trying to incite why he's suffering when he talks to us.
Okay. What did you roll?
It's very stupid. I rolled a 2.
Okay, no, you have absolutely no idea.
So
you can't tell if it's pain. You can't tell if it's excitement.
So-
it's a ghost. You know, it's not like you're familiar with how ghosts emote.
Nope. I got
But-
nothing, guys.
Would I be able
let
to?
me try. I just have this feeling about that what I want to figure out is the when we are saying things like that and he reacts, is that it's positive but he can't really say anything about it, or that it's no, you're on a completely wrong track?
Go ahead and roll an
Like-
insight check for me.
Yeah. Can you say warmer or colder?
Insight 15.
I suspect
15.
it could be
Yes.
ingrown toenails.
You feel like because of the things you've said things that were wrong and the ghost did not react. So you have a feeling that this is the ghost basically reacting to something that you have said that might be correct.
Okay.
I think
So
it's in the lake. Something is in the lake.
guys,
That's trying togetherness.
Guys,
In a privy.
hello.
What?
I remember something about him trying to defend something in the story. So maybe
was that in the annals that Lady Sophia's annal,
Let me look.
that he was lost? It was a crown, I think.
It was a crown, I believe. It was a crown that like brought people together, or a peace, or something. Like it's a
What if
really
it was like
important
a
crown.
stray kitten?
I don't know.
No.
Why would anyone fight millions of creatures to defend a kitten?
Are you kidding me?
Well, I
would
think
do
Griselda
that. I would
would, but
defend a kitten against the creatures of night till my dying day.
Right there with your food.
Stupid.
No mission is too small. We would all defend a kitten.
Exactly.
So-
What kind of heartless ghost are you?
I was defending millions of living beings, and
And it
was
was
slain.
Oh,
and you did valiantly,
Maybe some
I
of them
think
were
I
kittens.
know.
but you
What
did
happens-
fail. But you did valiantly. So
Are you
so
sure?
is this thing that you were defending, is it in the lake?
I don't know.
Do you know where it is?
No.
All right.
Okay. Lost heirloom, probably wet. Probably brought people together. Probably why people kill each other every 50 years. Maybe they're all killing each other.
Ooh.
Maybe it's privy paper.
Maybe he lost something. Maybe
Yeah,
he lost.
well, okay,
guilty
so
ghost.
Did the ghost lose the thing?
Yes.
Oh,
Lost
Sid,
it.
you
Okay.
lost your marbles.
Oh my
That's
god,
what he lost.
No,
bathroom.
not marbles. Not marbles.
In the
He was
privy.
defending. He was overpowered
He
by the
lost the
forces
battle.
of evil.
He was on a potty break and he dropped it in.
So he lost the
Oh.
battle, he lost the crown, and he lost his kitten. All in
And
the
it's
same
like-
day.
Yeah, okay.
It was a very bad day.
Griffin.
Ghost. Hey, if we find this thing, is that going to help break? Is that going to help?
Okay, so we must find it. Okay.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have to
Um,
find the thing,
well,
but we don't know what the thing is.
Well, maybe we can do a ritual.
Well, I'm pretty
we
sure
can
it's a
detect
crown.
Magic.
I'm
It's
pretty
a
sure it's a
magic
crown.
crown.
All right.
So is the
He
thing
lost
in
the crown.
is the thing in the lake?
All right.
The
No.
thing in the privy.
I asked that already, and he is like, I don't know where it is.
Nothing.
I
Can
can
I
detect
look around to see if there are any privies? Are there any privies around?
Yeah,
Like,
Paula might need one.
When you look around yourself, you do realize that this was what he's talking about was 1,000 years ago.
Boop
So if there
is
was
still the same.
1,000 years ago, you
We
probably would
got
not
it.
immediately be able to know where it was by yourself.
Did anybody bring their archaeology kit?
If it's magical, I can detect magic.
Oh, let's try that.
Yeah. We're going to do a ritual and we're going to detect magic and we're going to see if we pick up on any magic nearby. And I'm specifically going to do it over near water, over near the water specifically.
Let's do that.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yep.
Okay,
Well, let's
roll
see,
me. Oh,
Like
let's see. I don't
cast-
know how we
Privy
can do
key.
this in.
Cast
I
detect magic.
will roll it for you. How about that?
Okay.
So this is not going to be a very big check because detect magic, as I recall, is a 30-foot. Is it a 30-foot radius?
It is a 30-foot radius
Awesome.
all around me. Yep.
So you go toward the lake, you cast your detect magic, and where you are standing, you don't really detect any magic.
Okay, yeah. I don't
It
think
lasts
the crown
for a full minute, correct?
Yeah. Can I run up and down the water
You
while
can
detecting
you
magic?
can move around. So tell me where you're going.
I'm gonna run up toward. Is there a river connecting to this lake?
Hey, I'm going to pick her up. I'm going to pick her up because I go 30 feet.
I can
Oh,
also
yeah.
detect magic.
Okay.
We'll wait,
go ahead
Griselda.
and do
We'll wait on yours. If mine runs out, we'll use yours. Boom,
Okay.
boom. Carry
Yeah.
me. Let's go.
All right,
So-
I've got a koala on a piggyback, and I'm dragging along Griselda under my arm.
Okay.
And I'm running around the lake.
This
You're
is
just
the
running
whole-
around on the lake edge.
Yeah, let's check the whole lake.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm
You don't find anything. You don't detect any magic. You go for a full minute. Nothing.
Okay. Well, I didn't find anything, and I don't seem to be having the magical abilities anymore to do this. Griselda, would you like to check up the river now?
You bet.
There's
Follow
a
the river as far as Foom can carry you. I'll get down.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Here, Griselda, up on my
so,
shoulder.
Okay, I would
now-
like to do this thing.
You do the same thing, and you really aren't within reach of any.
so it's
There
dark.
ain't no magic nowhere.
Ooh.
Dang, man.
We are in the middle of the night, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since I don't have dark vision, I'm going to take a torch and light it from the fire
Mhm.
and start like just okay. They're over by the lake. I'm going to pick a direction and just kind of look for depressions in the ground or something where it looked like there was a structure, if there is, or even a structure.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Five.
Hmm.
Nope, you don't find anything. You kind of look up and you notice that the ghost seems to be following you very intently.
Okay, so the ghost is still there, right?
Yes.
The ghost is
Okay.
following just
So
and we're
I-
running off like chickens with their head cut off.
So, oh ghost of great knowledge who's following me, if you were to not tell me where I need to go, but drift in a direction, but I can't see you. Can I see him?
No.
I'm gonna, now that I know he's around, can I
roll another perception check?
How about a 21?
That now you can see him.
So if I were to go in the right, in a direction that might be right, would you moan louder? And if I go in the wrong direction, would you not moan?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a privy.
Oh, I can show you where the privies used to be.
Yeah,
He goes off and sort of leads you over. And there's a place that seems to be far enough. You know, they had a rudimentary idea of sanitation and knew you don't foul your freshwater source.
Right.
So it takes you kind of off into the rank part of the bog and says, here, but why do you wish to know where the privy is?
Griselda.
Because it's a good place. Because I have to use it?
Yes, I will leave you to your privacy then.
Are there any animals in the bog?
There don't seem to be. Nothing.
No fish.
I'm going to.
Yeah, there's fish in the lake.
Oh, but not in like this bog privy area. There's no animals.
There might be some frogs or something like that.
I would like to speak with the frogs, and I would like them to check everything for me.
Okay. You have speak with animals?
I do.
Okay. You need to find a frog. Give me an investigation check. See if you can find a frog.
Okay, let's see if I can find a frog. Investigation.
If you tell me your plan, I'll help you look for frogs.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you find a frog.
Yay! Okay, so I'd like to speak with my frog friend here. Hello, frog. I was wondering, have you seen anything that doesn't look like it's from around here, or your friend? Well, yeah. Have you seen anything like sparkly or gold or crown shape? Yeah, that's true as well. Have you seen do you know what a crown is?
No.
If I draw you a picture, or have my friend Griselda here draw you a picture of a crown, could you look for it for me?
Okay.
Griselda draws a crown.
I think you may have to kiss the frog. Turn it into a prince. Don't you have that?
Okay. And it jumps into the water. Spoosh.
Drew an amazing picture. I just want to point that out.
Okay, well, the frog went into the water very excitedly, so maybe it'll come back, or maybe it's down there in the gross, boggy grossness. Maybe this is where the crown is. Maybe we're looking in the clean water.
So about 5 minutes, frog comes back. Yes. Jumps out.
Yes, frog.
Got a big old bogweed leaf in its mouth that's all jagged like a crown. And says, here you go, and drops it at your feet.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
this
welcome.
does look like a crown. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
So sweet. Do I have any froggy treats?
Probably not.
No.
They like flies.
I don't think frogs like cupcakes.
I look myself. I spoke with myself.
I'm gonna take a stick and I'm gonna probe the ground and see if I can find anything prior to.
All fan out and search near the bog.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of search around. So if you poke around a little bit and you do find that in one section of the bog, there seems to be a place where a large stone sits. And since all of the rest of the ground of the bog is soft, This is a very unusual thing to be there.
Is it well buried? I mean, is it underwater, under mud, or is it like just I could dig the ground out to look at the stone?
It's a little bit under the mud. You could clear it off. There's not water or anything that has to be pushed aside.
Like, how big is it? Like 6 feet in diameter, or just like this big?
No, it's about 6 foot by 8 foot. It's pretty huge.
Big boulder. But is it like
it's kind of flat?
Level,
It's
or
kind of
can I
flat.
sit on it?
Well,
You can
so
stand
I'm gonna clear off as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, move stuff off and clear it. So is it like a big piece of granite or something? Why would a big stone be here? Man, I'm trying to get find out where the perimeter of it is, so maybe if we need to pull it up or move it or something.
You can find the edges of it. It looks like it is something of local stone, and it looks like it may have been put there. You can't really tell if it was put there on purpose or accidentally, but it seems odd to have something this specific there accidentally.
Is it shaped in any way? I mean, or is it really natural?
It's pretty natural. It's very flat, but it looks like naturally so.
Can I take a closer look at it? Like search around it, try to figure out what's special about it.
Does it look like something you could have a sacrifice on?
No. Do an investigation check for me, Griselda.
Bet.
Hey, Fum.
Yeah.
Oh, 20.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah, Griselda, you're looking at it, and from your topographic skills as a map maker, you get the feeling that this is not the kind of place you would naturally find this type of stone.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is this a
Hey,
place?
Fum, come here.
Yeah,
Maybe we can have Fum lift it up, and we can like.
She doesn't need to lift it, you guys. It's the Sliding Stones Festival. She doesn't need to lift it. She just needs to slide it.
Oh, so should we all push?
I think we should.
We all push. Everyone
Push
pushes.
the stone.
Push
We're
the
pushing
stone.
All right, everybody give me a strength check, please.
Yeah. My favorite.
Oh, yeah. Happy to.
Yeah, 15.
I got a
8.
12. Ugh,
What did you get, Foom?
I got a
8.
12.
Okay, and Nixie got an 8. Griselda,
Yeah.
what did you get? A 1.
Would,
All
this
right.
be-
15.
would this actually be athletics?
Well,
I'm proficient in athletics.
not pushing it. I would probably say if you were trying to do something with it, that would be athletics. But just pushing it out of the way is pretty much a straight strength check.
Okay.
So I got a 15. I can push it. Probably.
So you're pushing fairly hard on it. And Koala, you kind of get the feeling that it could be pushed. Griselda, you go face down in the muck because you slip and your feet come out from under you. And
Well, it
everybody
makes a
else is
mental
just
note
kind
to
of
laugh
getting
later.
into each other's way, sort of. And Koala tries really hard not to laugh at Griselda being face down in the mud, but you know how it is.
So,
Right. So this rock is not sliding anywhere.
Not with the effort or the ability that you were able to put into it at that time.
Maybe we need to try again.
what I want to do is I want to take some of my rope and I want to tie it around, like strap it at one end and over to a tree and use the tree with tackle and pull it. Because I'm a sailor and I know how ropes and lines work.
Yeah, you'd also know, though, that unless you can get some sort of opposing surfaces, there's really not anything that you can wrap the rope around that will take a bite.
Don't
And
worry,
this is-
I can take care of that.
Okay, what are you going to
I
do?
have a spell for that.
Awesome. What are you going to do?
Okay, I just got this week. It's very special. It's Performance of Creation.
Okay.
So as an action, I can create one non-magical item of my choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
The maximum value of the item can be 60 gold pieces and it lasts for 2 hours. So
Okay.
I'm going to create the kind of leverage pulley system we need to do this rope thing that Giuseppe's talking about. He has the rope. I will create the leverage pulling thing we need. I don't know what exactly it's called, but I'm going to make it.
We just need like something stuck in the rock that we can attach the rope to.
Is that what we need?
That you said I couldn't get a bite on the rock with it.
Rock, right?
I couldn't get something that would like give me leverage on the rock, right?
Yes.
Then
right.
I'm going to create the pick that we can drive into the rock using our camp hammers to use for the situation.
Excellent.
Yes?
Go ahead and give me your song that you're going to use to do this.
Go, Koala, go! Go, Koala, go!
You can do it.
I would love this rock to roll because if it moves when I complete this quest, baby, I would love this rock to roll because I need this to move so we can get done by 10. Yeah!
All right.
There it is.
So there's a shimmering and suddenly a huge rock stake, which is more or less just a big metal spike that seems to have a little bit of a twist at the pointed end that's almost like a hammer drill that you could hammer in and then it would twist into the stone.
So is it in the stone or is it?
No, it's got to be in an unoccupied space, so it just appears on top of the stone.
Okay.
That's okay. Now we're
Hey,
going to
Foom?
drive it into the stone.
Give me a hand here.
Foom.
All right.
Let's put the spike in the stone.
All right, I'm following Giuseppe's instructions to muscle in this thing in the stone, whether it's hitting or screwing or whatever it needs to be.
Give me an athletics check.
Can I sing Bardic's inspiration?
You may give Foom inspiration.
I will also help Foom.
All right.
All right. So first, Aquala, let's hear your song to give Foom her inspiration. Her inspiration.
This is a reprise to the song. I would love this rock to roll. So Foom's gonna screw in her hammer or whatever it takes. Yeah, I would love this rock to roll. So Foom's gonna drive this within all the strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Foom takes one dice. What is it? A D6 at this level or a D8?
I got a natural 20.
All right, a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Sake.
I can move mountains.
All right. Foom takes this metal spike, raises it above her head, and with all of her strength drives it down, and it's almost as if the gods themselves have come down, and she strikes this rock. And not only does she drive this into the rock begins to crack and split so that it could be pulled apart if needed.
Oh, okay. Come on, let's pull it apart, Foom.
Yeah! I start tearing it apart. I'm on a roll.
It's a sliding rock. It's just all you have to do is slide it. It's sliding rocks.
Griselda looks
Sliding
frustrated, but Aquala's just smiling that her song has inspired all this.
There we go. Okay, Foom, you tear these rocks apart and you push out of the way and you find a spot of ground that was beneath this rock, and it looks like it was covered up to keep anybody from tracking the people who were here, as if they thought maybe someone might come along, and one of the ways they could find folks coming through would be to find out where they had their latrines. And so you have found what looks like an old latrine pit.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this rock,
1,000-year-old poo.
tie it to Nixie, and lower her in.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna give me a rope.
It's covered, I thought. We need to dig it out.
No, just lower her in.
Does
No, it's
one
covered.
of you have that detect magic anymore?
I can, I think, because I have a spell slot open.
Is there gonna be magic on the privy?
Technically.
Maybe we should find out.
Should I will detect magic again? Sure.
All
Honestly,
right.
I think we should just drop Nixie in the privy.
I
you-
detect magic.
And where are you standing?
Right above the privy.
Right above it. So straight down.
Straight down.
You sense a source of very powerful magical energy directly down below you.
My fighting
About
might suck, but my
10 feet.
magic's good.
Blowing her skirts up.
Before Grizz chucks me down into the pit, I'm going to cast Detect Good Evil because you never know what kind of magic you're going to get.
With 1,000-year-old poo? Yeah.
Exactly, 1,000-year-old poo. You never know.
The energy in this area does not seem to radiate either good or evil. It seems to be.
Okay.
I would like to tie a rope around Nixie.
Will Nixie fit in the privy?
Yes.
I'm the smallest
Nixie, you're
one.
going in the
Yeah.
privy. I'm so sorry, darling. You got to go down in the privy.
Fine.
Okay, I
It
would
is
like.
1,000-year-old poo, so it's probably like fossilized.
I'm going to hold on to the rope and gently
Yeah.
let her down.
It's
I-
decomposed.
I want to. After she's tied up, I want to put my arm around her shoulder and say, "Nixie, you're the only one that can do this. We're all relying on you. I have to break this curse. Like, we have to find a way to do this. This would really help all of us and also me. And you're the only one that can do it. And I want
Only
to
one.
gently and lovingly guide her to the edge of the hole. And then just when I feel like she's really at ease and she's going to agree to do it, I want to push her in."
Okay. Well, I mean,
But I've got
it's-
the rope that's on her, so she's
it's
not going to
really
go down
kind of
forever.
more like sand than it is anything else. I mean, it's been 1,000 years. So, Nixie, you got to get down in there and you're like, well, this is no big deal. You can sort of try to scoop your way down if you want to.
You got lots
Okay.
of night vision, so you're good. You could see
Yeah,
it.
I got the night vision. So I am going to do a perception check and actually I'm going to do an investigation check to see if I can't find something that looks relicy.
Okay, great.
Relicky.
Give me one.
19.
Excellent. You dig and dig. And as you get down toward the bottom, you're reaching your hand down through, and you are noticing there seems to be coprolites there of various sizes.
Think about
and
it.
Things. But
Hold on,
you
hold on.
you stay focused. You stay
Focusing.
focused and reach, and your hand touches something cold and metallic.
I think I found something.
Well,
You grab
let's
it.
Grab it.
I'm grabbing it. Sure, I'll grab it.
I'm
Okay.
going to pull her back up. I'm pulling
All
her
right.
back up.
You pull her back up. She comes up to the top. Suddenly, swooping past you comes the luminous figure of the ghost, who reaches out and grabs it and interestingly reaches completely through your body as if you were immaterial and doesn't seem to be able to touch anything, but its hand goes around this crown, which becomes insubstantial in your hand and fades along with the ghost of Duke Dukakare, who says, "Thank you. Thank you. Remember the enchanted ground. Stay in character." And he vanishes.
Remember the enchanted ground.
Remember Enchanted Ground.
We must return. We must return up to where we met him.
Okay.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, that-
Hey, Nikki, nice work.
Shucks. Nice pushing.
we go up the hill. Yeah, it's-
Okay,
So
you
we-
go up the hill.
Don't
What are
worry,
you doing?
Nixie. I'll write a song about this for my next album.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so I'll look around up at the top of the hill or wherever we were where he showed up. Because he said that was the enchanted
Where you
ground.
are standing, there seems to be what looks like perhaps a little bit of rusted metal sticking up out of the ground.
Well, I will go over and try and dig around it and unearth it.
Okay, so you dig for a while. Is anybody else helping dig?
I'll
Sure.
help you.
Yeah, we're all helping.
Okay, so you excavate a little bit of an area, and what you find is what looks like a rusted and partially decomposed version of the armor that the ghost was wearing,
Oh.
with
We have found
slashes in exactly the same places.
We found the
We have
body.
found the armor.
No bones or anything. It has been a long time. But
Wait, guys, this is his grave.
beneath the
Right.
back of the armor, you find underneath the dirt 12 platinum pieces.
Nice.
12 platinum pieces.
I'll
12
hold on to those.
platinum pieces.
I'll hold on to those.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
those-
you know,
Yeah.
Go in the group wallet for those horses we paid for last time.
I got
this
it.
is holy ground, or this is a grave, and we should not completely. We should honor the effort that this is, but we should
Give him
also
a
look around a little more.
proper burial.
I want to roll a religion check to see if I think we're going to be doing something bad by picking all this stuff up out of the ground.
Okay. Do you have any skill points in, like, any proficiency in religion?
No, I'm just desperate.
Does anybody have proficiency in religion?
Could it be
Bard,
too late? Because
roll
I
a
do-
religion
I'm-
check.
Yeah, I can.
Bard.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't
I'll-
think you don't really have jack of all trades yet, because I don't think it comes in at third level. But,
Yeah, eventually I will. I mean, I'm +3 religion.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice. 22.
All right. Yes, you're pretty sure that this is not so much a grave as it is. It is a last resting place. It is not so much a grave as it is the place where the Duke fell in the battle. And of course, nobody really cared about him because they were trying to
Running
kill
away
everybody.
from the bad guys.
Oh, don't worry, y'all. This is just like a final death kind of a situation, but we helped him out today. So if we want to give him like a proper burial after this, we can.
Well,
do
I think
that.
it would be
We never got
appropriate.
one.
All
I think
right.
it'd be nice, but we're not
So-
going to get cursed from touching all this. I'm
All
not.
right, all right,
I
all right.
already took the platinum, so that's convenient.
Okay,
Yeah.
Riz has the platinum. All right.
Who has the platinum?
Griselda
Riz.
has
I
it.
do.
Hey,
Why
hey,
does
and
Griselda
you
have
know
the
what?
platinum?
You know what, Grizz? You know what you're going to do with that platinum? You're going to make sure everyone gets their fair share.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding on to it for us.
Yeah, I deal. I'm on it.
Yep.
All you got to do is ask.
Griselda
know.
can't say no.
All you got to
Hey,
do.
Griselda,
All right.
Actually, might be better why Griselda has
please
it.
give me the platinum pieces.
Griselda,
Okay.
I'm going to
So-
tell you not to do that.
So, one thing you do feel is you do now start to feel a little bit of the way you usually feel in terms of the stress and the idea of there being undead around. So you do feel like whatever was keeping that weight off your shoulders while you were here has dissipated and it has gone away.
Oh, crap.
That's not good.
So the
Okay.
benevolent spirit is gone, but we finished some sort of ritual for him, so he's now complete. And that's what he kept saying needed to happen, you know, with the tartar sauce and the tomatoes and the ketchup.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're good, right?
Wait, no. Maybe the thing that had to happen first was him getting the crown back. But now that that's happened, something else can happen.
Oh, so he was the ketchup and something else is the tartar sauce.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
I think more along the lines of now we have to deal with the ketchup. Something that happens every year.
Yeah, if we're gonna get attacked, we can get attacked now. I'm feeling uneasy all of a sudden. Like,
Yeah.
maybe we just bury him and go home, and we feel satisfied that we were paid through other means. I don't know.
I mean, platinum pieces, that's pretty good, honestly.
Right. But we
Well-
did promise.
Well, yeah,
So
we'll
there's
go to the fair.
bread.
I would
We'll
really
check on
like
it.
to be part of 1,000 gold pieces, you know.
Although, yeah, I don't feel like we broke the curse though. I don't actually, can I? Okay. Can I roll for like insight or intelligence to see how I feel about whether or not the curse has been broken?
What about your character would let you have that kind of knowledge? Give me a justification for why you might know what happened.
I am cursed.
Mm.
So I know what it
Okay.
feels like to be cursed.
All right. I will let you roll an insight check.
Okay.
I would like to roll an insight check too on my book to see if there's anything in here.
Yeah.
I did roll a 20. I just want to know, do I have a feeling of a curse?
So what did you roll, Griselda?
A 20.
A natural 20?
No, with bonuses.
Okay, so an unnatural 20. Okay. You have the feeling, and you kind of know when something is cursed, there are things about it, and you don't sense any of those things. Now, you can't tell if that's changed because you didn't really check once you were here before anything happened. You just know that right now you're not sensing anything that seems to have an element of a curse on it.
Guys, I think there's a chance that we broke the curse, but I still feel like there's something else we need to do.
All right, I'm looking in my book because this is the diary of the great legendary Sophia the Orange, who's nobody has seen for many long years. And there were so many similarities between what the soldier said and what her notes were from her investigations into the same legend. So I'm going to roll an insight to see if the diary tells me anything about whether or not this curse required something else besides the easing of the pain of old Duke.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Oh, an investigation. Okay, that was different.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And again, make it with advantage.
Oh, with advantage? Okay.
Yes.
So,
Also
investigation number 1 is a 16. And we're going to do investigation number 2 is very much poorer than that. It is a 0.
Okay. 16. With a 16, you read through it. There was not any information about specifically what the curse was, just that there was a curse on the land. And this is information that came long after the lieutenant's information, because nobody really recognized that there was a curse there till everybody came back 1,000 years later. So the recognition of the curse is something that's very, very recent. Yes, Nixie.
Am I local enough to this area that I might recollect hearing anything that my granny might have told me, or?
Only that there was a curse that happened about every 50 years.
Okay.
I would like to ask if we can poll the audience to see if they have any ideas.
Sure. If there's an audience out there to poll them.
There is one very faithful audience member out there.
Who's faithful enough at 10% night?
We have a few, actually, because Aquala has a fan, and I think Aquala has a fan.
They like you. They really, really like you.
Yes. Aquala, yes. Aquala has a fan, and there is, shall I say, a light that shines on all of us that is adding notes to our chat.
There's a light in the Frankenstein place.
And the light is saying,
There's a light.
Oh my God. She says she has 0 perception.
Aquala.
Yes.
I like your new outfit.
Yeah. I had to change before I would allow Foom to pick me up earlier, because I didn't want Foom to notice that, it was a rough night. Kept dreaming of waterfalls, I guess.
That's so weird.
Okay, so the sun is starting to come up.
And we're still tired.
And it looks like
Okay.
a beautiful
Western
day. Looks like a beautiful day at the lake. What are you doing?
What are we doing? Should we go? Did we do the thing?
Did we do the thing? Who knows if we did the thing?
So, when is the thing supposed to happen? Is it a thing that happens at a precise moment? Would we know
Yeah,
that?
it should be in about 4 more days.
Maybe we
Is
should
when
just
you
hang
would
out
expect
4
it
days.
to happen.
Sure.
Montage of the next 4 days of
Yeah,
us camping
montage.
here and having the best
Awesome.
time ever.
To save time, we will get through the next 4 days. And
And
Foom,
long rest?
in your book, you have the information of exactly when the last battle took place.
The
And
last
you
battle.
know that this last battle took place at 2 hours past sunrise. And you are now coming up on the anniversary of this battle. It is coming up on 2 hours past sunrise.
And we long rested? We
And
slept.
you've long rested, yes.
Great.
You now have all your spells and everything
We're-
back.
Awesome.
We're ready for anything. We're
Yeah, we
What are
observant.
you all doing?
feeling
As
super
the
well
We're
rested.
sun
watching the skies for griffins. We're watching.
Climbs to the sky. And you wait.
Oh, so if I had a long rest, I can change out spells. I wanted to change out to one of the spells that allows me to create the holy water, and I'm going to ask Koala if she can't make me something equivalent to a giant super soaker.
Sure.
Won't
I can
stick
do
around
that.
very long.
I can sing us a song about a giant super soaker if that's
No,
allowed.
no. That one spell that you had that allows you to create
Yeah,
any
Performance
one
of creation. I'll sing you a song and I'll create you a
Oh,
giant super
okay.
soaker.
And how long does
Yeah.
it last?
2
I'm
hours.
going to
2 hours.
Yeah, it only lasts 2 hours. So are you going to create it right now?
No, we should wait.
No, like just right before this occurrence is supposed to take just long, long enough before it that I can actually load it up with the holy water.
5 minutes before showtime. Got it.
5 minutes before showtime.
Okay, sing your song.
Okay. Griselda, you know a lot about this because you stuck my hand in water and then I took a pee. So inspired by you, here's something that will kind of do that too. It's a super soaker filled with holy water. Bam.
Okay, so what you get is a bladder that you can load enough holy water in for 4 shots,
Okay.
and each shot will allow you to do like 1d6 worth of the equivalent of acid damage using holy water.
Make
Okay.
sure it's tepid. It's got to be tepid.
But yeah, it looks like sort of like a big whoopee cushion, but with a little nozzle on the end of it.
All right, what's going on?
Okay, so the sun is rising. It's going up in the horizon. You see Foom with her book, her fingers slowly going across the description of the time of day. All of you waiting to see, has your quest been successful? Has the curse in fact been lifted? And the sun rises beyond the time of the morning and continues into the sky. And
Nothing
nothing
happened.
happens.
We didn't die.
Not dying's good.
We're not murdering
We're
each
not.
other.
Yeah, that's good.
Nothing's murdering us. There's no blood.
Still feel a little undeady though.
Yes,
I mean, that might just be normal for this region.
yeah, you all know this is very normal. That's the way you always felt before.
Okay. Wow. I guess we did it.
So we loaded a bladder full of holy water for no reason.
Hey, guess what? There's probably plenty of undead on the journey home. I think we'll probably be able to use it. I'll
That's
just find a
true.
nice little container and somewhere and fill it up. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Koala, if you make a couple more of those, we can have a water balloon fight.
Well, I already sang the one I could into existence. So
Oh.
maybe next time when I train up a little bit, we'll have a super soaker fight.
Sweet.
All right. So you all start to pack up, and you're packing up your camp. It takes you a while to get everything packed up and loaded. So time passes. 2 hours goes by. The bladder vanishes, and all of the water comes pouring down on top of Nixie because the bladder was created, but the water was not.
It's holy water, at least.
So
That's
Nixie
okay.
has been soaked with holy water.
That's all right.
So-
I'm good with it.
I hope none of it got on
Gary.
the chicken. Harry. Gary.
Gary.
Oh, the chicken.
Oh, yeah. You know, we might need to roll for that. Let's roll. Roll a dexterity
No!
check for zombie chicken. Let's see what his dexterity is.
I don't know. Oh,
I am going to, when I realize this is happening, I am going to do an acrobatic jump over to grab Gary and get him out of the way and rescue him.
Awesome. You give me a dexterity check.
Could it? Acrobatics?
Yes.
Do I need to sing to Giuseppe while this is all happening so he's inspired?
You can give him inspiration.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. We're going to give you some inspiration. We're singing you.
Yeah. Let's give me inspiration.
I'm going to dream about undead chicken wings.
Giuseppe.
Well,
Giuseppe.
the first was lousy, and the inspiration was great. 20.
Save Gary.
Okay, so what did you roll, Giuseppe?
I rolled a 20.
You rolled a natural 20?
No.
Okay, do you want to roll your inspiration dice to add more?
Sure.
So how many is it? Is it 6 or 8 at this level?
Very entertaining chicken rescue.
For an ability check.
Yeah, it's whatever. What's the
For the
inspiration?
ability check, the bardic inspiration die can be rolled again.
Right, but is it a D6 or a D8?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say on my
Should
side.
say-
Oh,
should
D6.
say-
There it is. Found it.
Okay, so roll a D6 and add it to your 20.
22.
So a total of 22. Nixie, what was the dexterity check for?
I don't know. Hold on
for
a
the
second.
chicken.
Let me.
Yeah, you
look up-
roll a 20 and it's at -2. He's at -2. Gary's at -2.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that zombie chickens are very dexterous or bright.
Nope,
so
they're not.
So I'm rolling for.
Yep, roll a
Gary,
D20 and subtract 2.
Oh, come on, roll. There we are. Sorry.
Waiting with bated breath to see if our dear friend Gary.
No.
Uh-oh.
7.
A 7.
Gary.
Okay, so the bladder vanishes. The water begins to splash down. Giuseppe,
Can I?
being the observant halfling that he is, sees this happen. He knows how important Gary is to Nixie. He immediately dives. No! Gary moves and gets his beak stuck in Giuseppe's chin. The hair in his chin, but because of that, Giuseppe is able to drag him out of the way, and the water splashes on Giuseppe's back, and none of it touches Gary. Save.
Excellent save of the undead chicken.
Thank you.
Excellent
Thank you
save.
so much.
Of the
That
undead
poor
chicken.
Gary.
Ow.
Oh, yeah. I kind of try and help extract Gary's beak from him, and I believe
Giuseppe,
I have some
you
kind of healing.
take a point of zombie chicken beak damage.
Are we ready to go now?
Okay.
I can, yeah.
I think it's time we
Okay.
go meet up with that guy. He must be waiting for us. We've
And
been out a
you
week.
you ride back to town, and you're able to get back to town, no problem. You get back to the Prancing Nose.
in.
Illyria is so excited to see you. She brings a round of drinks, and she says, I had a bet. Y'all, I had a bet with Lord Atal, and I knew y'all were going to come back, and he swore he's going to have to talk to your next of kin. I just won me 15 gold pieces. These are on the house.
Nice.
Woo!
So he comes in, he gives you the 1,000 gold pieces, and one more successful adventure for the group.
Good
Yay!
news, bad news. Good news, bad news. What do you want first, guys?
Is it that we left Nixie behind at the lake?
That's the
No.
good news.
Oh, that
Hey.
was good news. Nixie, you coming inside?
Oh,
Yeah, Nixie, come on.
She's
hold on a
gonna-
second. I was just so taken by the beauty of the lake, I decided to vacation there for a while. Hold on a second, I'm back.
Good thing
She's
Nixie
just
knows all
dreaming
the
about the
shortcuts
lake
on the
really
way back.
intensely right now.
There we are.
There you go. Now
there
you're
you are,
at the,
Nixie.
now you're at the tavern with us.
Hey, Nixie.
Hey.
All right, good news, bad news.
Okay, bad news.
Bad news is we may have broken that curse, but I don't feel like I'm any closer to breaking my own curse.
Oh, then what's the good
Well,
news?
that should totally be our next quest.
Well, the good news is that we came back with 12 platinum pieces and 5 gold pieces.
And we're getting paid 1,000 gold because we broke that curse.
I know
Right?
we gotta find that guy.
We ain't mad money.
No, he already met with you. He paid you off.
All right.
That's all done.
We've been paid.
Great.
We are
well
off.
We are accelerating due to lack of time since we're finishing up for the day.
I'd like to evenly distribute
And
our winnings among the team.
Yay!
this adventure is completed. Yay!
And we even saved the zombie chicken.
I know, right? Hooray!
Giuseppe did it.
Yeah, exactly. My hero.
Each
So I will turn it back over to our leader.
Thank you for that adventure.
All right,
Thank
you
you
guys.
all for playing.
We are getting, by the way, we are getting on YouTube. We are getting applause and
Aw.
chicken emojis. So,
Yay.
Yay!
I have to say a great big huge massive thank you to what I believe are 2 audience members. We have my sister, of course, and we also have a Rhiannon who is a fan of Aquala's. So Aquala has a fan who was watching, and we had
Feels so
one
special.
other. We definitely had a number of people, 7 at the most, who were watching. So we brought some laughs to some folks, and we certainly did save some people and relive some very amusing memories of a duke and a crown, and how it's just such a shame when you lose it down the privy. All right, so my friends, we have brought you a cause to believe in, and I'm going to add the link just for safety's sake to the end of the chat there, so y'all know, who everybody who has been watching, and maybe those who are going to watch the video later once we edit it, that we were certainly here to support the Cooper's Lake Campground small business, because we really want them to succeed and stick around and be in business to help us have lovely events in the future. So my friends, everybody say a beautiful, happy good night to y'all. Good night.
Beautiful, happy good night, y'all.
Good night. May all your rolls be 20s.
natural 20.
Okay, the recording is stopped, and I am going to end the stream.